Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another game week at Nathbet.com. It's game week 29, and what can we say? Happy days again. The treble comes in. 2 games off winning the double and the fourfold, only 2 games away from a clean sweep. We are in fabulous form here at Nathbet. We could not be happier. Well, I guess we could be happy because we could be winning everything every single week, but I know that a lot of people have been putting some big bets on here, including us at Nathbet, and we are in the profit. We're in big profit. We've been in the profit since week 1. We're putting together a little sheet, a little profit and point sheet from the start of this season as well. That should be available in the next couple of weeks here at Nathbet, just to show you how much profit we're actually getting. And if you haven't put any bets on this year, why don't you start now? We're only 3/4 away through the season. We've got a quarter season left. We've got 9 game weeks left. That means that you can get plenty of money in the bank between now and the end of the season. Why don't you open an account on any one of the bookmakers advertised on Nathbet? Just click through, open an account there, put your details in, claim the free bet and get going. 9 games left. That's plenty of time to make some decent money indeed. Obviously, we're on the back of a huge 33-1 fourfold and that 5-1 treble last week. And we've got a reduced programme this week. We really have, especially in the Premier League. I'm sure plenty of fantasy owners will know that. But at the same time, I've had to delve a little bit lower, a little bit deeper than I would normally do. People who've been with us in the last few weeks know that I'm not scared to go lower than League Two, and there's a couple of games that are lower than League Two this week as well. But I do think I've got some really nice prices for us. They're a little bit shorter than normal, the double and the treble, but I'd rather back prices and back games that I think are confident of getting results at than going a little bit higher and risking. That's not what we're about. We're basically about little risk and high reward here at Nathbet.com. That's our slogan, and we do make up for it in the fourfold this week with a nice bigger price for you all there. But we're going to start with the double. I'm going to back a team who are they're in disarray really. We're going to back them to win. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? But Manchester United, under David Moyes, have had a torrid time. We've talked much about it over the last few weeks. And they travel to West Bromwich Albion this weekend. Now, I'm backing them to win this game. I really do think that Manchester United desperately need a win. Rooney played obviously midweek for England. He got substituted after 60 minutes, so he's going to be fresh. Robin van Persie didn't play because of a slight cold for Holland. So those two people, you put Juan Mata in there. I know that West Brom have had a couple of results or draws anyway against some big opposition at home this season, but I do think United will win this game at 4-5. I think it's a decent price if you can get that. I know it's available with a couple of bookmakers as we speak, and that's Thursday nights as it stands. West Brom searching for their first win under Pepe Mel. I think that if that carries on, obviously there's a lot of controversy surrounding him at the moment. He might be gone. I think that West Brom will go down at the end of this season anyway, and Manchester United should go there and get the job done. So Manchester United at 4-5 to beat West Brom is the first bet. Double them up in League One with Brentford to beat Bradford, the 2 Bs, but we're going to back Brentford, the informer side, to beat Bradford at home. Brentford could go up top of League One actually with this game. 3 points off the top as it stands. Won 5 out of their last 6 at home. An absolutely fantastic form, both home and away. Only lost 1 out of their last 6. Bradford lost 4 out of their last 6 away from home. They lost 1 out of their last 12, Brentford. 4 out of their last 6 away from home. Bradford with no wins and only 2 draws. They travelled poorly, and the last place they want to be going to is Brentford. So I do think this is a bit of a home banker. Hence in the save double 8-13 about Brentford gives us a 2-1 double with Bet Victor, Manchester United and Brentford. Okay, on with the treble. We're going to go back the team that are top of the Premier League as we speak, and that's Chelsea. Playing Spurs, obviously not the easiest team to be playing. However, I do think that let's take away all the silly mind games aside. It's a Chelsea and Manchester City race for the title. Personally, and I've said this on many occasions, I do think Manchester City will come out on top at the end of the season. But Chelsea against Spurs, if they want to win the title, this is the kind of game they need to get 3 points, and I do think they will do. I think it'll be a tight game. But the likes of Hazard and obviously you've got backups like Shuri who came on and scored a hat-trick last week at Fulham. But when you've got like I said, the likes of Hazard and Oscar and Wilhelm to come in supporting Samuel Eto'o or Fernando Torres, it's really a daunting lineup for anyone going to Stamford Bridge. And I think that a price at 8-13 is pretty fair enough, to be honest. And we're going to back Chelsea to beat Spurs. Now, these next 2 in the treble there, we're going to delve a bit lower, and we have done. We've gone all the way into the Skrill Conference for you for these 2 games, guys. First of all, we're going to back a team. We're going to back a team to lose who have won their last 5 in a row. We're going to back Salisbury to lose at home to Luton. Why do you say that? Why am I backing them? Well, Luton are in a different league. They are 14 points at the top of the conference. They have finished. They are promoted, almost certainly promoted, and they will be back in league football next season. And they are just destroying sides. Now, I know that, like I said before, that Salisbury are in fantastic form, but they are on a different level, Luton. They've won 4-0, 5-0 and 6-0 in their last 3 games. And obviously Salisbury will be a difficult game for them, and maybe not a difficult game, but a harder game than they have been used to. A price 8 to 11 for a team that's just killing it. I think we've got to go with the hot hand, so we're going to back Luton to beat Salisbury at 8 to 11. Staying in the conference, we're going to back Braintree Town. Definitely our first visit there this season. Braintree Town to beat Hereford. They're available at 8 to 13 as well. Braintree got an excellent record, 5 out of their last 6 wins against Hereford, who travel horrendously, drawn 2 and lost 4 out of their last 6. No wins to their name. Braintree pushing for a playoff place, and I do think that this should be a home banker as well. So Chelsea, Luton and Braintree. I said it's a smaller price this week. It's a 3.5 to 1 treble. That's with Coral. Definitely our smallest of the season, but we want profit, and if we get 3.5 points and we get that kind of a profit, I'll be very, very happy indeed. So Chelsea, Luton and Braintree make up the treble. On with the fourfold, guys, and one game in the Premier League we'll start with, and that's Palace against Southampton. Now, Southampton have been on a bit of a rocky road as of late. They're definitely playing better than what they did in the middle, where they had that horrendous run of fixtures. And even though they lost 3-0 to Liverpool last weekend, that didn't really tell the whole story. I thought they played pretty well for at least the first 60 minutes before the Sturridge Suarez show obviously got well and truly running. Crystal Palace, obviously they had that fantastic run, didn't they, under Tony Pulis at the start of the season. Not the start of the season, when he took over. But they've just tapered off a little bit. And I do think Southampton going away there, they've got a very good away record, actually, 6th best in the Premier League this season. And I think that I fancy them to take a victory, actually, at Palace. Palace got a couple of injury worries themselves, a couple of people not playing as well as they could do, and obviously the Southampton players, you saw them in the England duty this week, and the likes of Lallana and Rodriguez and Shaw, and they've got such a fantastic lineup, and they'll be full of confidence, especially after that good result against Denmark. And I just think that there'll be too much in odds against. We're going to take them. I do like a price odds against, especially against the Palace side, who, end of the day, they are still Palace, aren't they? Let's be honest. So 5 to 4 for Southampton to beat Crystal Palace is our first bet. The last 3 bets in the fourfold are all Championship games, actually. Derby against Millwall is the second bet, and we're backing Derby at home. I think that's pretty obvious. Derby under Steve McLaren done a fantastic job, and they've got the sights set firmly on getting promoted this season. They're only 2 points away from Brentford, and I think that that's for automatic promotion. Millwall travel poorly, 2 points off the bottom of the table, 8 to 15, so it's a skinny price, but it's a filler really in this bet. 8 to 15, about Derby to win. We're going to back them to beat Millwall. Barnsley against Forest. I said that Millwall are 2 points off the bottom of the table. Barnsley are that bottom team, and Nottingham Forest travel particularly. They travel very, very well. In fact, they don't lose many games. They only lost 1 out of their last 8 on their travels. And I do think that Forest, with the firepower they've got against a Barnsley side, who, yes, they need to win this game. Yes, they're going to be up for it. But end of the day, quality over quantity, and I think that quality will rise to the top on this occasion. So Forest at 5 to 4, like I say, another odds against is too good to turn down. So 5 to 4 about Forest to beat Barnsley. That is the third bet. Finish that off with Leeds United against Bolton Wanderers. Leeds United at Ellen Road. Leeds United actually haven't got a particularly good home record, especially in their last 6. But that was a little bit to do with the confusion, the problems with Brian McDermott and the change in ownership, and they're definitely playing better after that, and the security that he's got for the time being anyway to the end of the season. And they are a formidable force at Ellen Road, no matter what their record suggests. And Bolton travel very, very poorly and lost. I think they've drawn 1 and lost 5 of their last 6 on their travel, something along those lines anyway. But Leeds, best price at 7 to 5, so the biggest price I'll be tipping this week. And I do think that Leeds United should have, especially with the firepower they've got up front. I do think that Ross McCormack and etc., Jimmy Caby, I think that'll be too much for Bolton on this occasion. So Leeds United at 7 to 5. Southampton, Derby, Nottingham Forest and Leeds United are the fourfold this week, guys. Gives us a big, massive, huge 17.5 to 1 4 4. That is with Bet Victor. Remember, we've got the long shot as well. Tweet your long shots into us and we will publish them if, when, and as we see fit. Hope you're enjoying this. We're in a fantastic run. We could not be happier. We really couldn't. So congratulations. Thank you for supporting Nathbet. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And we will see you again for game week 30. Have a great one. Bye-bye.